I remember going to the VA and I tell them I need help. I need to talk to somebody. And they say, okay, like you need to fill out these papers, enroll you in the system. And so they're like, okay, we're going to set you up with an appointment here. And this was maybe in February or March. My appointment was set out for like 4 months out. And I remember like leaving the clinic and just like sitting in my car, and I just remember thinking like, I'm not gonna make it to June. Come back home, and then reality just hits me in the face.
To the point of depletion and exhaustion.
My body was just so constantly fatigued.
Complete shock, traumatized.
Started losing my mind.
Why did I find my son dead? Why did my daughter die?
24 years old, and I'm still learning who I am even as a person.
It was such overwhelming grief that I couldn't stand it, and I wouldn't let myself feel it because I was afraid. I was ready. I was ready to face my demons. I was ready to look in the mirror. I'd become someone I didn't like. If I'm being honest, I was scared, and I wasn't scared of the program. I was scared of what I might find out about myself. One of the things that H&H does for you, if you allow it to, is it puts the mirror up in front of you in a way that you see yourself without distraction. Every day, the practices with the horses helps hold up that mirror. If you're angry, they're angry. If you're upset, they're upset. And they can sense it.
Let's say your horse isn't listening how you want them to. How are you handling those moments? And you have that opportunity right there to get that instant feedback. Learning how to be vulnerable, learning how to be present, and learning how to take action. And so that creates those little wins throughout the entire program.
But the lesson in that is you learn after you do it for a while that it's not going to hurt you, and you'll get through it. And I think you learn the same thing about your emotions as you do that. I think for us veterans, grace is probably one of the most difficult things, because you never feel like you're worthy, right, of that grace.
We're not used to being selfish. We're not used to being that type of person. But ultimately, you're here because you did this for yourself, because you need to do this for yourself. And you choosing to do that, and you being selfish for 41 days, you in turn get to change everything, all the surroundings around you. Heading home, it just feels like I took this massive weight off my shoulders, off my soul. I remember like the first time hugging my boy at the airport. It was one of the best feelings in the world, where I came home and I finally felt like a father. And it was the most beautiful thing that I have felt in my life. You know what works. You need a routine. You have to do these challenging things, and it's just a matter of how are you going to go about it? What's going to be your ritual?
And then, making sure you're still holding that mirror up in front of yourself and checking your behavior.
And now my entire mentality has changed, where it's this is an everyday thing for the rest of my life. And that's the only way it can be, and that's how it has to be, because otherwise you get complacent.
And to this day, I'm in a lot better place physically. I'm working on being in a better place emotionally. I'm in a much better place spiritually. I truly was given a gift, and every day I got to try to make sure I don't squander that gift. Most veterans don't get that chance, and the ones that don't sometimes end up taking their own lives. I want those folks to know they had a profound impact on me.
How I feel about my decision to go through the program is, I don't know if I'd be here if I hadn't gone through the program.